Hey, folks. David Stewart here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm just running a little experiment here and seeing if I can record some HDR footage of Skyrim here. So, I'm running a bunch of mods. I don't even know how many mods I'm running or which ones exactly, but, but you could take a look at them and you can tell me which mods I should run. This game looks like pretty good in HDR, so I wanted to kind of share it and see what people thought and what their suggestions were. I also would love some suggestions for like gameplay mods. I would love to find a gameplay mod that makes it a little bit more like Oblivion or like Morrowind in terms of having more RPG elements rather than like the standard Skyrim gameplay. The standard Skyrim gameplay is pretty good overall. I would say it's, if it wasn't good, people wouldn't have been as into it or modded as much stuff, but
you should think about staying the night.
I'm always interested in something that makes the gameplay better, like especially that makes magic better. We can see here what the fire looks like. The cities, we've got a snowstorm going on here for some atmospheric effects. In general, I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. The lighting effects look good. I'm using a Darker Nights mod for sure, so I usually recommend that because I feel like the vanilla nights in Skyrim are just way too bright. Like, you can see way too much. Even with snow. Because it's this thing where, like, if snow's on the ground, it actually will look brighter. Everything will look brighter outside, significantly more so. So let's take a look at something else here. Let's go look at Whiterun, because that's a great place to look. So yeah, if there's snow on the ground, like we had snow in Houston, and it was really bright outside because of the light pollution from the city kind of bouncing off the clouds. So it's not as bright in like a medieval setting, but it would be pretty bright, like brighter than you would normally expect if there was a lot of snow on the ground because of how much light gets scattered and reflected. Overall, I think Whiterun here looks pretty good. I kind of wanted to do this in HDR so we could see it at night, but we can look at it in the day. We've got all the townspeople walking around.
There's a nip in the air.
There's a nip in the air. I heard there's like some AI voice mods that like will have characters basically make up stuff. Like you can chatbot with them. So it turns like every character into like some kind of AI chatbot. And this is an interesting thing here. It's like lens flares. I don't know how I enabled that, but that might be something I would turn off because that's a camera effect, not like an immersive VR kind of effect. Not a virtual effect. You know what I mean?
Oh, I tell the future, all right.
Let's see what this looks like at night. Let's see here. Let's go, let's wait around 13 hours. Kind of see it transform from night to day. Kind of fun. I feel like the nighttime atmosphere is where you're really going to see how good it looks in HDR. And I don't know how many people would be able to watch this on an HDR compatible display and see how good this actually looks. The game looks really good in HDR. Like with blacks that are really black, where the blacks still have a lot of detail. They're not just like crushed gray blurriness, which is what you get with a standard monitor. So I don't even know how many people are going to be able to see what this looks like or whether it's going to look good on your display. There's just so much uncertainty. I'm using some settings that some people have recommended for like recording gameplay in HDR, and it looks really good on my screen. And when I'm looking at the video playbacks that I've tested a couple times, it looks pretty darn good. So I think the atmosphere is great. I use a Darker Nights mod to, like I said, make everything darker. And when you're running with high dynamic range, everything can be darker and you're not losing as much detail, but you're keeping all that wonderful atmosphere of like the smoke going up into the night sky. It looks really great, especially with this music. Let's take a look at some stuff.
It's late to be wandering around, isn't it?
This looks pretty good. Statue here. not going to be absolutely perfect, but it does look pretty darn good. Pretty happy with it. Let's take a look at another location. We can look inside of let's look inside of Bleak Falls Barrow, because that's a classic dungeon that we can look at and kind of see what interiors are going to look like. There we go. I wonder if anybody will have respawned by now. Well, let's find out. If they have, we'll just kill them. Yep, someone's respawned. Alright, here we go. There you go. Oh, here he is. As you can see, magic is not that good. Alright, let's see what we want here. Let me figure out what let's get a weapon out. What do I have here? I don't know what this is. Let's see what it does. Oh, that's cool. Alright, cool. What do we got here? Gold. Arrows. A lockpick. Good stuff. Imperial bow of souls. There we go. Alright, let's go see what it looks like in here. Inside of Bleak Falls Temple. We'll just take a look around and see what the lighting effects are like. Very nice. Very atmospheric with the beams of light coming down here. Yeah, it looks nice. Here's a dead body. Bandit. Don't know if bandits respawning inside the dungeon. But you can see the fire, the ever-burning fire is still there. Even though they're long dead, their fire remains. Very nice. Let's just run down in here. Looks pretty good. Overall, I'd say the dungeons look pretty good here. I think we have to leave the dungeon to fast travel. I could be wrong, but overall, I'm pleased with the atmosphere of what these overhaul mods are doing. Looks pretty good. Let's maybe look at High Hrothgar. Check that out. That's a good spot to look at. And maybe another city that I discovered. This is an older character I played in like a surround kind of setup. See, this looks cool. You can kind of see some distant mountains. Good atmosphere. This was a game that had pretty good atmosphere. Let's take a look inside. Let's see what's inside. Okay. Looks pretty good here. I think I am recording this in 30 FPS, which is going to be not as nice as how it actually looks on the PC. But a 60 FPS 4K HDR video would just be massive. It'd take up a lot of space, which is fine, but like, I don't know, I want to be somewhat economical here. Let's see where else we could go. Nice little sunset colors. Ripped in. Out. Oh, we haven't gone to Markoth yet. Okay. What about Solitude? Let's take a look at what Solitude looks like. Solitude's another cool looking city. Alright. Oh, it looks very nice. Very bright and colorful. Anyway, I'm probably going to leave it here. You guys can give me some of your suggestions for what mods. What's your favorite Skyrim mod? And are you able to actually see what this looks like on your screen? If you're running a modern phone, like a flagship phone, you should be able to view HDR content. But it's going to be on a little phone. It's not going to be 4K. It's not going to be like a big, detailed experience. So,
If you're
anyway,
heading to the Blue Palace,
let me know what you
might want
think.
to
What's your
rethink
favorite
your
mods,
plans.
gameplay or otherwise? And I guess this is a girl character. Okay.
We shouldn't leave Solitude without trying our fish. Best in Skyrim.
Best fish in Skyrim. All right.
You stay out of trouble now. The Castle Dower dungeon can break even.
Here's
the
a little
strongest
graveyard.
man.
We can get some deadly nightshade. All right, yeah, that's about it. I'll talk to you guys next time.
I wish only
Have
to
a great one.
graduate and enroll with the Legion.
Don't
My
forget to like,
promise
comment, and
will lead
subscribe.
our
Gotta
troops
say
to
that, right?
victory.
All right, have a great one. See you next time.